How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. If you didn't know, Trump wants you to buy some Bitcoin. I think it's quite clear, but a lot of people don't know this, right? We talk about Bitcoin every day on this channel, but while billions of people know that Trump is going to be the next president, a lot of people don't know that he's openly endorsed Bitcoin, that he's gone to Bitcoin conferences, that he's given people what they want, saying that they're going to buy Bitcoin, that the nation, the USA, is going to buy/hold Bitcoin. I want to talk about this because a lot of people don't understand. If you know an investor that doesn't like Bitcoin or is on the fence or something like that, send them this video. Also, if you want to trade crypto, there's a link underneath the video to MargeX where you can start trading crypto using leverage. This can be part of a well-balanced portfolio, and there's a link to BTCC as well. So definitely check out both of these underneath the video. There's no KYC, and you don't need a VPN. Now, a lot of people know, like I said, that Trump is going to become the next president, but they don't know that they are building a strategic Bitcoin reserve. Now, what does this mean? Well, this means that the first truly finite asset is going to be bought up by the wealthiest country in the world, right? Now, what they're proposing right now, what Senator Lummis is proposing, kind of with Trump, is buying 200,000 Bitcoin a year. Now, the problem with that is that the supply is inelastic. There's only a set amount. Right now, the miners, all the new Bitcoin coming to the market each day equals 450. So throughout the year, 450 times 365, they're mining about 164,250 Bitcoin. This is all the new Bitcoin created. So if someone comes out and buys 200,000 Bitcoin, they're going to have to go to existing holders and try to buy them. Again, there's just not much supply either. So they've talked about buying Bitcoin, and it's not just Senator Lummis. Let me play this for you from Trump.
Hello, Bitcoiners. On day one, I will fire Gary Gensler and will appoint a new SEC chairman who believes America should build the future, not block the future. Upon taking office, I will immediately appoint a Bitcoin and crypto presidential advisory council. Their task will be to design transparent regulatory guidance for the benefit of the entire industry, and they will get it done in 100 days. As part of our effort to provide regulatory clarity, we will create a framework to enable the safe and responsible expansion of stable coins. I will ensure that the future of crypto and the future of Bitcoin will be made in the USA, not driven overseas. I will support the right to self-custody. I will keep Elizabeth Warren and her goons away from your Bitcoin. It will be the policy of my administration, United States of America, to keep 100% of all the Bitcoin the U.S. government currently holds or acquires into the future. This will serve in effect as the core of the strategic national Bitcoin stockpile. Today, I repeat my pledge to commute the sentence of Ross Ulbricht to a sentence of time served. It's enough. And I will never allow the creation of a central bank digital currency.
Okay, this goes on a little bit longer, but he's basically giving Bitcoiners everything they want. And for anyone that doesn't know about this clip right here, Bitcoin 2024, there were thousands and thousands of people in this conference center. Like, this was massive. And it was standing room only. Like, these people are fired up. So the fact that he's announcing a strategic reserve, now he hasn't come out and said that they're going to be buying Bitcoin. Senator Lummis said right after he went on that they were going to be buying Bitcoin, or that they want to buy Bitcoin. He was saying basically that they were going to have a core that was from the Bitcoin that they've taken over the years. The fact is, other countries will try to front run this. The US is not the only one that's going to hold Bitcoin, and a lot of other countries are already mining Bitcoin. Now, if you didn't know too, Trump has actually launched his own crypto projects before. He's launched NFTs. He launched a crypto just a few weeks ago, maybe a month ago. And a lot of people just don't know that Bitcoin is exceedingly rare. Right? There's not a ton of Bitcoin to go around. There's 20 million Bitcoin, but a lot of that is lost. 20 million Bitcoin now, actually 19.8 million. They're going to be 21 million. But a lot of it is lost, maybe 4 or 5 million. So you come back and there's only 15 million. And then a lot of it isn't touched. Like, people just don't want to move it. They just want to hold on to it for the long term. They think it's going to be a multi-million-dollar asset. So they do not want to touch it at all for tax implications or risk or, whatever it is. So there's only about 2 million Bitcoin on exchanges. So you start breaking down the numbers. If you have 0.01 Bitcoin and you want to buy that from the open market, only 200 million people could ever buy that right now based on the 2 million Bitcoin that are on exchanges. Now, a lot of people just keep their Bitcoin on exchanges and they're not actually looking to sell it. They just leave it there. So I think there's actually less than that. Of course, some people would move their Bitcoin from cold storage and try to take profits and then try to again at lower prices. So it's impossible to know exactly how many people would be able to get 0.01 Bitcoin, but I think it's a good start. Right now, that's still under $1,000. Now, is that going to make you incredibly rich if Bitcoin goes to $1 million? No, you're going to have $10,000. But it does get you in the game. It does get you in the game, which is more than most people, right? Like, I was dollar cost averaging throughout the whole bear market. If you were able to buy when other people were fearful, you have gotten a $20,000 Bitcoin. Keep in mind, though, at today's current prices, you're only buying, 5-10% higher than the previous all-time high back in 2021. Typically, we do multiples of the previous all-time high. Like from 2017, we went to almost 20,000. Then we went to almost 70,000. So 3.5x. If we do a 3.5x here, we're going to be up in the $200,000 range. Now, I'm not telling you to go buy, 0.1 Bitcoin right now or 0.01 Bitcoin right now if you're not financially set up to do that. If you have credit card debt, if you have high interest rate debt, if you don't have a solid base, be careful. But I think it would be wise to buy an asset that's going to get bought up by nations before they buy it. Okay? The fact is, we've never had an opportunity like this. Tell me another asset that you could buy before your country. I just don't see it. I don't know. I don't think there is one. So let me know your thoughts on this underneath the video. Keep in mind, countries can endlessly print. MSFT, not Microsoft, MSTR, MicroStrategy, has grown to a $52 billion market cap. That is after being at a $16 price, after being at like a $2-3 billion market cap less than 2 years ago. How did they do this? Well, they continue to buy Bitcoin. They continue to get debt. This is a company with worth just a couple $1 billion. What do you think a nation can do that can print money? Could they debase their currency and buy Bitcoin to actually boost their strategic reserves, to be able to have more wealth, again, by debasing their currency? Yeah, I think they could, or they could do it maybe not so obviously. They could take some loans, acquire some Bitcoin, print a little bit of money, take some of their tax revenue, increase taxes in one place to be able to buy some more Bitcoin, create some better guidelines for Bitcoiners, be able to maybe not tax Bitcoin transactions and people move there. There are a ton of different options to different countries to get their hands on Bitcoin. I think some countries are going to use that as a way out. I think they're going to buy Bitcoin themselves, especially if the US starts doing it. So the fact is, I think it does make sense to have some allocation to Bitcoin. Now, of course, you have to make your own decision. I can't tell you to do anything, right? We could fall down. Bitcoin's price could fall down tomorrow, and it could go down to $60,000, then $50,000. You have to be willing to take that and not sell, right? Like you can't need this money anytime soon. And this is something that you have to understand as well, right? I can't tell you how great this is and then have you buy it and then freak out when it does start to fall down because you don't really believe in it. but I do think this is going to do really well over time. Now, again, it's not that good a price compared to a year ago or 2 years ago, but also the situation's much better, right? We didn't have Donald Trump talking about Bitcoin so positively a year ago. We didn't have one of the largest asset manager, BlackRock, the one that controls pension funds, that controls different retirement accounts and portfolios. We didn't have them buying tens of billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin a year ago, but they're doing that now. So I think Bitcoin's got a really bright future if you're already at 0.01 Bitcoin, or if that's just not very much to you. I would still start with that amount. Make sure you get your operations down. Make sure you understand how to buy it, how to store it, all that kind of stuff. And then maybe you want to move up your allocation. I did that. I have much more than 0.01 Bitcoin. But I'd start there, maybe move up to 1% of your net worth, right? That's kind of a good starting point as well after you understand how Bitcoin works and what Bitcoin is. Maybe you do 1%. Make sure you can handle that volatility, the swings. Then maybe you move up from there. I actually have a video on whether now is a good time to be buying Bitcoin or not. It's on the home screen of my YouTube channel if you want to check that out. It's similar to this, but it is a little bit different. So let me know your thoughts on this underneath the video. If you've not seen videos like this, hit subscribe so you can see future videos like this. I make a lot of them. Also, if you want to trade crypto, there's a link to Margex underneath the video and to BTCC. I think now is a very good time to leverage trade, but if you're just trying to buy Bitcoin, this is not the right thing for you. This is riskier. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.